What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about growing up in Kenya and how that shaped me as a person. I moved to Kenya with my family at the age of 12. It was a crazy experience initially looking back at it. I did a few years in the Kenyan school system. I lived in both the city and the countryside, so I believe I got a pretty well-rounded experience of the country. I believe it made me more open-minded. I lived in a different culture with loads of different people of different cultures and ethnicities. Kenya has your standard Kenyan, Indians, Arabs, Asians, and even Europeans. Exposure to these people has increased my knowledge on how to live life and how other people do so as well. I believe this made me more well-rounded as a person. The Kenyan school system was rough. The hours were long. We had to go to school on Saturdays. When I was in the 8th grade, which is an important year because you have to pass a major exam to get into high school, I stayed at school till 9 p.m. And the creme de la creme of Kenyan school is getting your ass whooped by your teachers. You could be hit in any way, ranging from a slap to maybe being hit with a piece of bamboo or steak or a hose pipe. Some kids in my school, when I was in high school, didn't cut their hair as I presume they were told. A teacher took some scissors and cut a bald spot along their scalp to force them to go get a buzz cut, because in Kenyan schools, generally speaking, you're only properly groomed if you're pretty much bald. I was also bullied regularly by my teachers and schoolmates for being the only American amongst other stuff. The positive that came from that is that I believe it increased my general tolerance for hardship, and that helps me keep going through hard times. I learned a second language, Swahili. Going back to my earlier point about having a greater depth of understanding of people, I feel like being able to communicate in Swahili actively does that. Kenya is a religious society and still quite traditional. I think that helped me stay on the straight and narrow. Living in a society that discourages drug use generally, is pro-family and marriage and values education, I believe is a great place for a child to be raised in. I'm a firstborn, so added pressure was placed on me to be responsible, in control of my emotions, and an overall dutiful son. Being that Kenya is a developing country, I got exposed to a whole bunch of stuff that I might not have, having lived in the cities here. I learned how to grow food and plow land manually. I learned how to hand wash clothes. I walked a lot over there too. These are things that are ingrained in me and I can actively call upon. I don't use a lack of technology or convenience to deter me from doing what needs to be done, making me, in my opinion, a more effective person. I would also say that since I was bullied and generally an object of ridicule, that has manifested in me being more of a loner, and I don't like to be the center of attention, which is quite ironic considering that I'm building this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Till the next one.